Hi, I'm John Crawford and I'm blind. I'm going to talk a little bit about a unique experience that I had. So, my daughter is in a local production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and she is in the choir. And it's a huge production here. It's really amazing. We went to see it last night. We got to see it on opening night, and we got front row seats so that with whatever little vision we had, we got the most opportunity to see the show. And let me first tell you that the local production of this particular musical was amazing. I mean, the singers, the acting, the dancing, everything was just an amazing, amazing performance. And there was so much energy, and it was just a lot of fun. And I'd like to say something from the perspective of a person who can't really see anything anymore. I was sitting in the front row and I could not see what was going on the stage almost at all. I could see the lights and I could see the shapes of the silhouettes of people on the stage. At one point, I actually saw Esmeralda's dance, and that was pretty awesome because the dance was so flamboyant that, and the tambourine sparkled against the light and everything, and it was just an amazing thing. But I mean, that wasn't the only amazing thing. The whole performance was just incredible. But from the perspective of a person who can't see much at all, the way that the performers performed in this show was so immersive. Their acting skills, their singing skills, the emotion that they projected into the show put me right in the middle, even though I could not really see almost anything at all that was going on the stage, with the exception of some lights and some movement. Still, they brought me into the show, and I was able to sit there and just relax and enjoy the show in its entirety from beginning to end. And I got a chance to meet some of the actors and actresses after the show. They were doing a little meet and greet after the show, and I got a chance to tell them, from the perspective of a blind man, your acting and your performing was so immersive that it really didn't matter that I couldn't see what was going on. I was in the show, I was in the moment, and I loved every minute of it. And I'm so proud of my kid. She sang in the choir, and the choir sounded amazing. And it definitely helped that they had what's called a Greek chorus to do narration for parts of the show. But the show was just amazingly immersive. And what I want to say about that is that if you are blind or visually impaired, don't skip out on going to shows and things like that just because you think you might not get anything out of it. This is in particular for newly blind and visually impaired people. Just because you may not be able to see what's going on doesn't mean that the show won't necessarily be so immersive that you won't be able to enjoy anything, because I was just sitting there wrapped in everything that was going on. I was totally, totally immersed in it, and I had such a wonderful time. And it compares so differently than, say, I have been known to watch productions of things on YouTube or on my phone or on TV or whatever, and nothing compares to being in the moment and in the theater and having all of that light and sound and atmosphere surrounding you, and you're just in the show. So that is the experience I had with that, and I want to encourage you, if you are not blind or visually impaired and you're thinking about attending a live show like that, do it, because I think that you will be very surprised at what you'll get out of it. Okay, guys, been a long day, so I'm going to tell everybody good night, and yeah, go see some live shows and see what you think about that. Let us know what live shows you've seen, especially as a blind person, and how it affected you. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night.